But it is what it was and what it do, y'all. It's your girl Jackie from Hey Jackie Beauty, and today we're going to be talking about the things that you wear on your hair when you sleep. Yes, we're talking about bonnets, do-rags, scarves, all those things that you need for your natural hair, and even a few things that you also would need for your relax and for your weaves or your wigs if you sleep in them. And so I have a few things that I'm going to share what I use. They're all right here. I'm going to share what I use and why, and also like specifically what times I use them. So if you guys are interested to see what I use and why, then keep on watching. Also, I want to give everyone a chance to become a subscriber and join the beauty club. I'd love to have you guys, both on my Instagram and Facebook, and even here on YouTube. We've got a good little following here, so definitely come and join us. We like to have fun and we like to explore and really kind of like dive in and see why we use different things to really take care of our hair. Whether we're relaxed, natural, use wigs and weaves, the whole gamut. It's just a part of us as women of color and Black women specifically. So join the beauty club. We'd love to have you be a part of us. And also don't forget to hit that bell button and subscribe, because you never know when I might upload an extra video here and there. So anyway, let's get on with the video. So first I'm going to talk about bonnets, and specifically the ones that I use the most. And so when I have my hair in a wash and go, when I take out my twist outs, and also typically if I have my hair in a protective style, then I will use this bad boy. So this is my beloved, wonderful black satin bonnet. It is 2 layers of just satin, and I got it off Etsy, and it has this drawstring here. And so what I love the most about this is that it has a drawstring. I have a big head and I have a lot of hair, and so this gives me the versatility to be able to make this as small or as large as I need it to be. And I don't get any like headaches from it being too tight around here on my head. I don't feel like it messes with my edges because the whole part around where the edges would be is covered in satin. And so I love to sleep in this. It's great. It really holds in the moisture in my hair, and I don't feel like any of it comes onto my satin pillowcase. It mostly just stays in here. And this, this so far, as long as I've had it, has done really well and is great quality. I will say the only thing that kind of is annoying about this is that the drawstrings can get lost in here, and so that's irritating, but all you need to do is use like a pencil or something to fish it out, or use a needle or whatever. I basically wear this, I would say 90% of the time, when it comes to like before I go to bed and me wanting to protect my hair. And so yeah, this is very versatile. I really like it. It's my favorite. So another bonnet that I used to use, and I use this a lot, especially when I was first natural and had a TWA, I use the more miniature version of this bonnet. And this one has an elastic band right here. And it's pretty see-through. I don't know if you guys can, yeah, you can see that. It's pretty sheer, so it's not the best quality. I believe I got this at the beauty supply store. And also too, I want to make sure you guys know all the links to all the bonnets and scarves and where I got them will be down below, but I'll let you know as I'm talking about them. So this was a beauty supply store just locally over here. It's pretty cheap. And also too, this bonnet was pretty cheap too. But yeah, this I use my TWA, so I don't really use this much anymore. If I use this underneath my scarves when I put in like a head wrap or something to protect my hair, because it is so thin, and you pretty much don't see it when I put on a scarf above it. And I also use this, I guess, when like I'm putting my hair up into a pineapple, and that's mostly when I do protective style. So if my hair's up in a pineapple, I'll use this to cover up the hair that is not covered by the scarf if there's any escaping, or if I have like a really long or a lot of like hair in my protective style. So yeah, this is good for those of you who have TWAs just starting out to be natural, or even those of you with relaxed hair. This would be good because it's not as big. And so if you want something smaller, I would go with this. Now we have the more, what I feel like is probably should be called like a fashion bonnet. We have this. It's a beautiful Ankara print bonnet, and I got this off of isoken.com. She has several styles of different Ankara bonnets like this one. I call it a fashion bonnet because there's a few things that kind of made it hard to sleep in. First of all, as you can see, the band is cotton. I customized mine where I added some satin, or just, yeah, some satin from like a drugstore bonnet that I got that was a little bit larger. So I just added some in here because I just wanted to protect my edges. And also too, the satin inside is very thin and there's only one layer of it. I think if it was 2 layers, it would definitely be better, but I'd say because there's 1 layer, I feel like the oils and everything in my hair kind of go through and get onto this bonnet. And so I wear this primarily if I'm like getting ready and just want to look nice. And yeah, I just think it looks really cute. It would be a beautiful gift to have if you have like your bridesmaids and they have natural hair and you want them to take pictures before you go and get ready for the wedding. I think it's beautiful for things like that, or even given to someone when they're like having a spa day. I really think these are like a beautiful, perfect gift for that, or even great to use, and I like to use it during those times. And also too, just a warning, because I have a larger head, this is an extra large and I still had to stretch out the elastic band. It just took a few days, and I just put it over a chair to kind of stretch it out, and I let it stay on the chair for about a day or 2 just so that it would stretch out the elastic and kind of give me a break on my edges, because otherwise it was too tight when I first got it and it really gave me a headache. And so I would just say be careful with that. I don't think these are necessarily meant to be worn overnight. I think these are more so meant to be worn when you're getting ready for an event, or if you're having like a little spa day, especially if you have a bigger head like mine. I would just say you really have to work with it to get it to not cause a headache. But either way, I think it's really cute. I like it. And they also have kids versions too, so you can absolutely use this for when you're getting ready for a wedding, and even have like the little flower girls wear ones in similar styles. And so yeah, it's super, super cute. And then the last thing that I have, but can also represent multiple things, is a satin scarf. And I got this from Walmart. It's a square, yeah, it's a square satin scarf. Walmart, I think, has a bunch of these for really cheap. It's like silk satin, but it's a smooth fabric nonetheless. And instead of a scarf, you could also use a do-rag, or I think they have a rectangle scarf, so instead of a square one, you do a rectangle one. I like to use this for my edges. I like to use this to hold down hairstyles. I use this for when I do a pineapple. Usually I typically just fold it into a triangle and then tie it up on my head. And then sometimes I just like to wear this out and about. And so this is just a great little scarf to have. You can wear this under your caps, or even like your little head scarves for when it's cold, or if you have something that covers your ear and your forehead, you can put this underneath it to protect your hair. I know they have some head scarves and some hats that have silk inside of it. And so if you don't have that, this is a good replacement. Even the little miniature bonnet that I showed you guys is a good replacement for those. So you can wear all your hats and everything during the winter while it's cold and protect your ears while also not drying out your hair. So yeah, nice, cheap. You don't have to spend a lot to find ones like these. You just might spend a little bit more if you want a bigger size, but other than that, you can really find them just about anywhere. And last but not least, I would say the number one thing that you guys always hear naturals talking about is a satin pillowcase. And so this is the one that I have. I just is white. Yeah, it's like a shell white color or whatever. It just goes with my bedding. And so I've had a satin pillowcase for years. And it is an essential to have, even if you have bonnets, scarves, do-rags, whatever. You need to have a satin pillowcase, because if you're a wild sleeper and you move around and you even just take off things on your body in your sleep, this will protect your hair, because I don't think people really take off pillowcases in their sleep. At least it's a lot harder to. And so yeah, a satin pillowcase is definitely essential to prevent your hair from getting dried out from a cotton pillowcase or even the cotton pillow itself. And to also prevent your hair from getting snagged on different parts of it, because the satin And silk is so smooth, your hair will glide on it. Our hair just has a tendency to get caught on things like cotton, wool, all those other different fabrics that are used in bedding and in pillows. And so this will protect your hair, prevent you from getting those single strand knots and from getting breakage and from getting split ends. When I was relaxed, I used to always sleep on my right side, I believe. And after a while I noticed that I had a patch on my right side, and that was when my hairdresser told me that's because I was sleeping on a cotton pillowcase and I kept sleeping on the same side. And so after that we got a satin one, and I have not looked back since then. So it is absolutely essential whether you are relaxed, natural, wearing a wig or a weave, because you also don't want your hair in the wig or the weave to get messed up too. And so all these things can be used for wigs or weaves. I would probably primarily use a scarf or a do-rag if I was relaxed, and probably I would use a bonnet too if I was wearing a wig or a weave, because that tends to be more hair. If you have shorter hair, then you can adjust with the size of the bonnet that you use, or even just go with the scarf. Alright, so yeah, I think that's everything. If you guys have any additional questions, or if you want to know anything more about the different products that I've shown to you, first make sure to check the description box. But if you don't see the information there, then please leave a comment and I'll make sure to answer you guys. And I hope you all have a great, wonderful rest of your day. Much love, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.